In today's digital age, data reigns supreme. Businesses and applications heavily rely on databases to store, manage and process vast amounts of information. As these datasets grow, so does the strain on your database. This is where database scaling comes into play. It's the art of ensuring your database can handle increasing loads without breaking a sweat. Imagine a popular online store experiencing a surge in traffic during a flash sale. Without proper scaling, their database could buckle under pressure, leading to slow loading times, errors, and frustrated customers. Scaling your database is crucial for maintaining optimal performance, ensuring high availability, and providing a seamless user experience. Failing to scale can result in lost revenue, damaged reputation, and hindered growth. There are two primary approaches to database scaling: vertical scaling and horizontal scaling. Each method offers unique advantages and disadvantages, and understanding these differences is vital for choosing the right strategy for your specific needs. Vertical scaling, also known as scaling up, involves increasing the resources of a single database server. This can be likened to upgrading your computer with a faster processor, more RAM, or a larger hard drive. By adding more power to your existing machine, you enable it to handle a larger workload. Imagine you have a small online store running on a single server. As your business grows, you notice the database is struggling to keep up with the increased traffic. A vertical scaling approach would be to upgrade the server with a more powerful processor and additional RAM. This would provide the database with more resources to process queries and transactions, improving overall performance. Vertical scaling is relatively straightforward to implement and doesn't require changes to your application logic. However, it has its limitations. There's a ceiling to how much you can upgrade a single server. Eventually, you'll hit a hardware limit, and vertical scaling will no longer be a viable option. Horizontal scaling, on the other hand, takes a divide and conquer approach. Instead of beefing up a single server, you distribute your database across multiple smaller servers, forming a cluster. This cluster acts as a single logical database, even though the data is physically spread across multiple machines. Think of it like this. Instead of having one large warehouse to store all your goods, you build several smaller warehouses and distribute your inventory among them. This way, no single warehouse is overwhelmed and you can handle a much larger volume of goods overall. Sharding is a specific technique used in horizontal scaling. It involves dividing your database into smaller, more manageable chunks called shards. Each shard is held on a separate server, and together they form your complete database. This approach offers several benefits, including increased capacity, improved performance, and enhanced availability. While often used interchangeably, sharding and partitioning are distinct techniques. Understanding their differences is key to choosing the right scaling strategy. Partitioning is the process of dividing a database table into smaller logical units called partitions. This is done on a single server and primarily aims to improve manageability and query performance. Imagine a large table storing customer data. By partitioning this table based on geographical location, you can speed up queries that only need data from a specific region. Sharding, on the other hand, involves splitting the data across multiple physical servers. Each shard is a self-contained unit with its own data and resources. Think of it like this. Partitioning is like dividing a large cake into slices. You still have one cake, but it's easier to serve and manage. Sharding, however, is like baking multiple smaller cakes. Each cake is independent, and you can serve a larger crowd by distributing them across different tables. Sharding and partitioning are powerful techniques employed by numerous applications and services we use daily. E-commerce platforms, for example, utilize sharding to handle massive amounts of user data, product catalogs, and order histories. Social media giants like Facebook and Twitter rely on sharding to manage billions of user profiles, posts, and connections. Online gaming platforms leverage sharding to create separate game worlds and distribute players across different servers, ensuring a smooth and lag-free gaming experience. Partitioning, on the other hand, is often used in financial applications to separate transactional data by date, account type, or geographic location. This allows for faster reporting, analysis, and data archival. Content management systems, or CMS, like WordPress, can benefit from partitioning to separate content by language, region, or publication date, improving website performance and content delivery. Choosing the right partitioning strategy is crucial for maximizing its benefits. There are several common approaches, each with its strengths and weaknesses. Horizontal partitioning, also known as range-based partitioning, divides data based on a range of values, such as dates, timestamps, or numerical identifiers. Vertical partitioning, on the other hand, splits a table into smaller tables with fewer columns. This is useful when different applications access different subsets of data. List partitioning allows you to specify a list of discrete values for each partition. For instance, you could partition customer data by country, with each country having its dedicated partition. Hash partitioning uses a hash function to distribute data evenly across partitions. This is beneficial when there's no natural partitioning key and you want to ensure data is evenly distributed. Visualizing the divide, sharding, and partitioning illustrated. To further clarify the concepts of sharding and partitioning, let's visualize 4 different scenarios. Scenario 1, no sharding, no partitioning. Scenario 2, partitioning only. Scenario 3, sharding only. Scenario 4, sharding and partitioning. Sharding architectures. A look at different approaches. There are various sharding architectures, each with its own mechanisms for distributing data and routing queries to the correct shard. Key-based sharding uses a shard key, which is a column or a set of columns, to determine the target shard for each record. This approach provides good data locality for queries that filter or group by the shard key. Range-based sharding divides data into ranges based on the shard key's values. This approach is suitable for sequential data such as timestamps or numerical identifiers. Directory-based sharding utilizes a central directory that maps shard keys to their corresponding shards. This approach offers flexibility in shard placement and allows for dynamic shard addition or removal. Geo-sharding distributes data based on geographical location. This is ideal for applications with geographically dispersed users and data. The two sides of the coin: sharding pros and cons. Sharding offers compelling advantages for scaling databases, but it also comes with its own set of challenges. Advantages: increased capacity and scalability. Sharding allows you to handle massive amounts of data and traffic by distributing the load across multiple servers. Improved performance. By dividing the data and workload, sharding can significantly enhance query and transaction throughput. Enhanced availability. If one shard becomes unavailable, the other shards can continue operating, ensuring higher uptime for your application. Disadvantages: increased complexity. Sharding introduces complexity in data management, query routing, and transaction handling. Data consistency challenges. Maintaining data consistency across multiple shards can be challenging, especially for complex transactions. Operational overhead. Managing a sharded database requires specialized tools, expertise, and careful planning. Scaling for the future. The importance of efficient data management. As data continues to proliferate at an unprecedented rate, mastering database scaling techniques like sharding and partitioning is paramount for businesses and applications of all sizes. These techniques enable you to handle massive datasets, ensure high availability, and deliver optimal performance even under heavy load. By understanding the different approaches to scaling, the nuances of sharding and partitioning, and the various architectures available, you can make informed decisions to design and implement scalable and robust data solutions that meet the demands of today's data-driven world.